Most players don't fail because they lack talent. They fail because they have not decided who they are. This episode is not to like motivate you, but rather is to challenge you because this year you're not going to be great or you're not going to have a great year by accident. It's all a matter of making a decision. You will either choose who you're going to become or the season is going to choose it for you. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Collins Odhiambo, and welcome to another episode of Hoop Diaries with Collins. First episode 2026. So, Happy New Year, guys. Hope you had a great holiday. And venye tunaingia tu hii mwaka mpya, manze tunaingia na challenge. Okay? So, tuende kazi. So, if you are a young hooper listening to this, manze, this episode is for you. So, I'm not going to be sharing like highlights, long stories, or even tips or tricks or drills. Okay, we're just going to be talking about making a decision. Here's the question that I believe will define your year. When pressure shows up, who will I be? When minutes are limited, when the coach corrects you, when your shots are not falling, when nobody's clapping for you, who are you then? Because anyone can look good when things are, working out, things are great, shots are falling, I'm getting playing time. People will be okay, people will look good. But when there's pressure, who are you? That is the most important question you have to ask yourself this year. From one personal experience, what I've learned is pressure doesn't build character. Like pressure reveals your character. And I feel like that's why maybe when you're starting a new season and you find players coming into a team and you have like 30 players or even 20 players. But funny thing, by the time the season starts, you have your 15 players or you have 12 players. How come these players stay and the other players go? It is a difference in character. And what most coaches will do is, have an intense workout a couple of times. And the players who lack character or the players who really don't love the game, who don't love the grind, the hard work, will just get off the team. And that's something that I've seen in high school when I went to campus. I saw the same thing, and I've even seen it in our league. And because I knew that was the thing that was happening, I was able to always somehow fight through the pressure because I knew this is a test of my character. So I have to show up. It's a decision because pressure will actually bring out what is in you, your character. Because here's a truth that most people avoid. Every season exposes you. And I feel like the great players are the ones who get exposed. They go and work on that thing that exposed them. And then when they come to the next season, they are better. So basically, what they are doing is they are focusing on their habits or their weak points. So this is my weak point. How did I get to this weak point? There's a particular habit trail that I've been doing. So I have to change my habits. I have to change my ways to make sure that by the time I'm getting into the next season, I'm way better. I've improved. And I believe that that is based on from one personal experience. That is something that can really help you grow your game and even personally grow very quickly if you're able to focus on your habits and to make the decision that okay, I was exposed in this particular area. Let me change my habits, work on myself, and then get better. So that when you get into the next season, now my habits will show what I was doing when no one was watching. No one was telling you to do all these things. When you do all this stuff, it will be exposed by the time you get another opportunity. And it will reveal itself. And people can say, huyu jamaa ameimprove. Huyu kijana ameimprove man. Huyu dem ameimprove. Because they decided to go and work on the things that exposed them. It's a decision. That's what you have to remember. It's a decision that you make. And that's what I want you guys to make this year. I want you guys to, you young players, you're the future of the game. I want to challenge you guys to make that decision, not to stay the same. And kama kuna kitu ilikuwa exposed last year, kindly work on it. Change your ways, change your habits. You understand? And you can actually apply this same principle outside the basketball court in your life. Okay? So this year, guys, you don't need motivation or encouragement or kuwekelewa mkono. You don't need all that, guys. What you need is to set personal standards, personal high standards. You just need standards, Jama. Because standards remove confusion. Standards bring clarity. Standards help you manage your time. Standards help you choose your friends. Standards help you decide how you're going to manage your time. Standards help you choose what to focus on. So I'm going to give you guys 3 non-negotiables that I believe will help you have a great season in the year 2026. Remember, these are not suggestions, they're just standards. Number 1, no victim mindset. Here's what it says in the Bible, in the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 2. Let me read it. Don't conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Guys, what you have to understand is your mind is so powerful. And you have to if you make a decision that, I'm going to change my ways, I'm going to change my habits, I'm going to work on this particular thing. And even when things are hard, I'm going to have a mindset of growth, a growth mindset. So I'm going to challenge myself to learn and to grow. Even as we're speaking right now, there's a new skill that I'm learning. This is something a course that I paid for, and I decided, you know what, this is a new skill, and I feel like I have to learn it because I know where I can apply it. That's the same thing when it comes to basketball. I have to learn this particular skill, or I have to develop this mindset because I know when there'll be pressure huko mbele, playoffs ama game noma ama nini, itanipata kama niko ready. It is that simple, jama. So what you have to understand is, number 1, you don't control everything. Okay? But you control your response. That is very important. That is a very huge mindset hack. Understand, hey, by the way, I don't control everything, but I control how I respond. And how you respond determines the experience you're going to have. You understand? So as something as simple as, for example, the ref makes a call that you feel like it was wrong. How you respond determines how the game is going to go on for you. You might be like, okay, it's a ref. But when the guy is shooting free throws or when there's a break, you're able to go and talk to the ref and be, hey, manzi, hapo nilifanya nini mbaya? And then they're able to explain to you. And then you're like, oh, okay, now I'll adjust. So that now the game becomes more enjoyable. You are learning as you go. You understand? You're not there reacting, throwing tantrums, abusing the ref or whatever. You're going to the other side, you're fouling, you're taking the other team to the free throw line, and then you end up losing the game. Or you end up getting out of the game. And it is something that you had control over. It is hard, it is not easy, but it's very possible. Okay? So decide this year that you're not going to engage in any form of victim mindset. Never. Toa tu kwa plan yako ya this year. Especially kama ilikuwa exposed last year. Number 2 is daily accountability. Even on bad days. And I'm not talking about when you feel like it. I'm not talking about when you're motivated to do it. This is a decision that you make and you say, on this particular day, unless there is, I don't know, something that prevents you from showing up and working out on your skill, on your mindset, on your connection with God. You understand? Like, this is an non-negotiable. At this particular time, I'll wake up, do my mobility work for 10 minutes. I'll wake up in the morning at this particular time and pray to God. I'll spend this particular minutes before training to stretch, to do my ball handling, to do my form shooting. I'll record myself and see the loopholes. Like, these are decisions that you make to make sure that, you know what, Jama, again, I'm able to improve. I'm able to measure. You understand? It's like something you decide in you. Yani itataka hata motivation. Once you know why you're doing something and it's something that you've decided internally, Jama, you don't need motivation. You don't even need people. Nasikia kuna watu wanasema like, hey, manzi mimi kuwork out peke yangu ni ngumu. I understand, maybe ni ngumu, but for me personally, what I've come to learn is, if I want to improve on something, bro, I don't care even when there's nobody. I just need a ball and a coat. Na mimi niko sawa. I'll show up and do whatever I have to do. You understand? Because it is a decision. It is internal. You understand? It can even be something like going to the gym for your personal health. Maybe you're not playing basketball anymore, but you have to show up for your health. Kwenda gym. Kama huwezi enda gym, umeenda kwa mtaani huko manzi, you are running or you're walking. It is a decision that you have to make. Understand? And you have to hold yourself accountable. That is the best place to be. So ukipata watu wengine wenye you can hold each other accountable, it's a plus. But for you personally, make sure that you're holding yourself accountable daily, especially when you don't feel like it. Even in the Bible, it says that whoever is faithful with little will also be faithful with much. That is Luke chapter 16 verse 10. So remember, Jama, great players don't rise to the occasion. They fall back on what they have practiced. And you can't get to that if you're not holding yourself accountable. Number 3 is simple, guys. Respect the game. Here's the thing. When you respect the game respects you. Something that I also say is, when you're working on your game, know that the game is also working on you. There are some habits that you're developing. Oh, I'm a kind of player who doesn't give up. I'm a kind of player who can adjust. I'm a kind of player who can notice the detail of something going wrong and then I'm able to adjust in the moment. I'm somebody who can make 4 shots in a row. I'm somebody who can hit 30 shots or 20 shots under 2 minutes. Like, it is also working on you. Remember that. That's why you hear that basketball is life. Basically, there are some things that you do in basketball, or there are some things that you learn in basketball that you'll apply in life. And it's very simple. You only get to that when you respect the game. Manze Mimi, I have trained basketball ever since I started playing basketball, and I got my first glimpse of structure, and I knew that nikiapply jamaa nitaweza kufanya 1 2 3. Man, I know what it means to respect the game. That's why when you see Akina Griff, Taylor, these people who are still able to play, they're still able to perform. Manze, it has been years and years and years and years of them respecting the game. Aufiki tu hapo by luck ama by kufanya vitu 1000. No, ni focus, having the right attitude, holding yourself accountable, and respecting the game. Okay, so that is my challenge for you guys this year. And before we go, here's a sentence that I want you guys to write down. So usikue na haraka kutoka kwa hii video uende ushare, unajua maybe uende hapo comment. Hizo vitu zote ni poa. But before you do that, here's a sentence that I want you guys to feel. Okay? Tusome pamoja. This year, I choose to be the type of player who, and then fill in the blank. And then this is something that has to be in your mind. You can even record your audio and have it play on your phone. So like every morning you just wake up and say, this year I choose to be the type of player who has the right attitude, who shows up even when I don't feel like it, who has a great spirit, who brings high energy to the team. You understand? Who is a great communicator. It can be anything. But let me tell you, that will open up doors of improvement in other areas of your game. Sawa. So that is my challenge for you guys. Remember, who will you be when you find yourself in a pressurizing situation? Okay, in a game, you have to prepare for that. And it's a decision you have to make. Sawa, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this episode was valuable. Remember to subscribe, comment, like, and also follow me on Instagram, na TikTok, na Facebook. I share a lot of content there around basketball that I believe will help you be the best version of yourself on and off the court. Lastly, if you want to train with me, reach out through this number, Jama, and I'll be able to help you, like create a workout program, or you can join me in my early morning workouts. Okay, it's your boy Odhiambo. Till next week, Jama. Peace.
Yo, lace up the kicks, it's that time again. Collins in the lab, letting stories begin. From the court to the mic, he breaking it down. Hoop dreams, real talk, no cap, no clown. Bounce like a dribble, mind sharp like a pivot. Life lessons in the game, he gon' make you feel it. Late nights, bright lights, goals in the fog. Every episode of Gem, welcome to the Lord. On Hoop Diaries, yeah, it's more than a score. It's heart, it's hustle, it's truth at the core. So press play, lean back, let the moment ride. It's Collins on the mic, take that journey inside.